Who's that?
If I can.
Do what? You never know. You never know.
Donnie, what's happening?
I don't have it.
So that's why I got it. How you doing, young man?
Copy of the new incumbent sheet. Without the addition, it just changed. So all we'll do is but it's just minus a couple of items.
I'd like to call the December 16th Board of Works meeting to order, please. Roll call.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Board Member Alan Calloway.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Rick Clark.
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
City Coordinator Brian Messmore.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen is absent. President Kelly Milan is also absent, so presiding over the meeting will be Mel Davis and myself.
Thank you. Any announcements?
Yeah, I have one.
Go ahead.
Hey, for the last 4 years, I've enjoyed being on the Board of Works. I don't know if I'm gonna get invited back or not, and I really don't care. With the health issues that I have going on and my wife, I will no longer be a part of the Board of Works. So I wanna thank everybody for the support. It's been great, and I really enjoyed being a part of the city. But it's time to step aside and let it go.
Thank you, Mooch.
Thank you, Mr. Calloway. Any other announcements?
Your Honor,
Yes.
the mayor had a medical family emergency. He wanted me to let everyone know he's sorry he can't be here. He was called away at about 4 o'clock, and I don't think he'll be back for the meeting, so we'll be thinking about him and his family certainly tonight.
Any other announcements? Have you guys had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting? I'll accept a motion to approve them.
Motion.
Is there a second? I'll second it. Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Committee reports. Fire Chief.
I don't have anything tonight. I just want to say it's been a pleasure working for everybody, and I want everybody to have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that's from me and the fire department.
Police?
Thank you, Your Honor. The only thing I have is just want to let you know that We received a $1,500 donation from Cops Recycling for the Tom Cochran Scholarship Program. We been getting that for the last several years now. That's a really good program, and they've been donating that much to that program, so it kind of keeps it alive, keeps it going. That's all I have.
Chief Combs, since you're joining the ranks of the retirees, personally, I want to thank you for your service as an officer and the chief. I think you've done a good job. Good luck in retirement.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to serve, and it's been an honor. Thank you.
I beat you to it. I retired last Thursday.
Congratulations.
EMS, Mr. Clark.
Thanks, Your Honor. I can't follow that up very well, so I want to thank you for being patient with me and our new department over the past 5-6 months. Thanks for your guidance. I do have to make one clarification while I'm here tonight because it is sort of time sensitive. Gentleman graciously gave me 2 part-time employees, and we ended up hiring those folks full-time, which worked out great. So now I'm back to, I have no part-time people, and I just wanted to clarify if I can go ahead and hire 2 more part-time folks, preferably medics, to help us with our special events and things like that. I didn't know if I needed another permission or if that's an ongoing.
Do you go through the same interviewing process on part-time as you do your full-time, or do you have qualifications, or?
They're certainly the same qualifications. I meet with them directly. Jennifer Felix hasn't been sitting in on those just because it's quicker and easier. I can certainly ask her to come to those if we need to, but the last 2 worked out really great and ended up being our full-time staff. So
I'd like to make a motion to let him do what he has to do.
Moved. Is there a second?
I second it.
Moved and seconded.
I appreciate that.
Aye.
Opposed? And Mr. Clark, we appreciate you, and I appreciate not being a patient of yours. New business. Mr. Weldon, Fire Protection Services Agreement.
Thank you, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, we have the 2 items that under my name for new business are essentially identical agreements. One is for the fire department and one is for EMS, and both our fire chief and our EMS director are here today. These are both agreements with the county for City of Lawrenceburg to provide fire protection services and emergency medical services to those areas of the county in exchange for payment that is laid out in paragraph 2, which actually breaks down the part of their revenue sharing or their gaming revenue. So this is an agreement. Both of these are agreements that we enter into each year with the county to provide fire protection and emergency medical services. And we'd ask they be considered for approval tonight by Board of Public Works and Safety.
Any questions? Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion, we move forward.
Second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'd like to back up. I see Your Honor sitting over there. Do you have a report, Your Honor?
I believe I don't present till council.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk to us?
No.
Okay, all right. All right. Mr. Weldon, you've taken care of both those.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Old business, Mario Todd.
Yes, Your Honor.
Activity Pool Splash Park update.
As promised, we're going to give you an update from the contractor, Maxwell Construction, in regards to the splash pad. And we also, following this, we'll have a change order request.
All right, good evening. I'm Dale with Maxwell Construction. The wading pool splash park pool area is, pool contractor is pretty much completed his underground work, about 95%. We've got about 50% of the concrete pool deck completed. The water features for the splash park area are scheduled to come in should be in the next 2 weeks.
Use your superintendent voice, you know. so-
Superintendent voice, scream more? Okay. Water features will be in here at the end of the month. Scheduled to install them early next month, weather permitting. And then we've kind of done a two-phase type of schedule for this. We're trying to get as much done before it gets too cold. So we're getting as much in as we can, and then once January, we're gonna move into the mechanical room, try and get all the mechanical equipment installed in that room during the bad weather. Shut down for pretty much the month of February. Come back in March and then just kind of do all the finishes. There's some specialty surfacing that goes in for the splash park and stuff like that. And then just your general pool startup and all that to be ready for the pool, basically be ready May 1st.
Okay.
That's about all I got for now.
Don't sound like you're gonna have any problem at all meeting May 1st.
No, I mean, unless the weather just turns really bad and we don't get concrete poured, but right now everything looks okay. We only need 3 or 4 days to finish the concrete, so I'm sure we should be able to get 3 or 4 days of good weather to do that.
Thanks, Dale.
While he's up there in your packet, we have change order request log in front of you.
Any
Dale,
questions?
if you'd like, you can go through the items, kind of give them back a little narrative on it.
Okay, item number 2 there, we ran into some unsuitable soils under the storage tank or surge tank and building. So we had to remove that and replace it with a leancrete. It was actually quite a bit. It was almost 60 yards of dirt we ended up hauling in and replacing. Item number 5, there was some basins and check valves that were not on drawings that were underground that opened up, and it was determined that the check valves needed to be used because it ties into a concrete
Box culvert.
culvert. Yeah. So those had to be reset, replaced due to the new pool construction. Elevations weren't usable where they were. Number 6 is credit for work that was removed from the scope. Let's see, we got number 7 was just some additional concrete under the umbrellas along Tate Street. There was some just fractured concrete that they actually decided to replace.
This was spoiled and cracked concrete from, was poured from the initial that we just needed to update.
Yep, and then number 9, they decided to upgrade the pool coping, which is right at the edge of the pool, to it's kind of a better finish. I guess it was just a standard white is what was originally bid, and they wanted to upgrade it it has a better finish, I guess, to it. Hoping it'll be more durable on there is all that was. And that's all of them.
I think we skipped number.
We did skip number 8, and I don't know if Mario, they're talking about possibly adding there's a rubber protective surfacing that goes on the concrete, and there's an area under the umbrellas that was not planned on having any of the rubber surfacing on it. They asked for a pricing to do that.
And right now, we're kind of watching the budget at this point to see if we can.
Yeah.
So
Stick.
what you're saying is, Mario, we're only gonna be making a decision on the ones you got accepted and not pending, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And Paul, that total would be $12,990 with that deduction of $6,000 there. The original change order would have been $19,260.
Okay. All right. I have no question. I'd like to make a motion that we accept these change orders.
Moved and, is there a second? Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed.
That's all I had, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Todd. Have you guys had a chance to review the claims associated with the board?
Yes.
I'll accept a motion to pass them or fail them.
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to adjourn.
Mooch. Paul, or Alan motion.
Yeah. Is there a second?
And I'll second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. We'll have the council meeting as soon as everyone's seated.
Thanks, Sal.
Hey.
Thank you, my friend. Now, good luck. Everyone stand for the pledge. Please remove your hats.
Yeah, if we even know that.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call, please.
Councilperson Tony Abbott. Here. Councilperson Aaron Cook is absent. Councilperson Mel Davis.
Here.
Councilperson Randy Abner. Here. Councilperson Paul Seymour Jr.
Here.
Police Chief Don Combs.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Rick Clark.
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen is absent. City Coordinator Brian Messmore.
Here.
City Court Judge Joe Johns.
Present.
Mayor Kelly Malone is absent. Presiding over this meeting will be President Mel Davis and myself.
Thank you. Board reports, streets, alley, and curbs. Mr. Cook is absent. Finance, Mr. Abbott.
Good.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Seymour.
I have nothing.
Fire, Mr.
No report.
Everyone had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting? So I'll accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second his motion.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. Committee reports. Fire.
Have a safe and happy holiday.
Police.
Thank you, Your Honor. The only thing I have, just want everybody to know that I just got a call about an hour ago from the state police. They have a superload truck about 300 foot long that Ohio's having problems with and Kentucky's having problems with. They're coming through Indiana here. I'm going to park them at the boat docks. I did check with Kim Ferreira and Brad Massey to make sure it was okay to go down in there to the boat docks to sit for a day to figure out what they're going to do with this thing. So that's where it's going to be for a little bit.
Thank you, Chief.
That's all I have.
EMS.
Thanks, Your Honor. Nothing further to report.
Judge Johns.
All right, thank you, Mel. The Lawrenceburg City Court's current year-to-date case filings are 2,780 cases filed this year. We're on the same trajectory as we were last year, so I believe at the end of this year, that'll put us at approximately $500,000 collected through judgments and dispersed to the state, the county, and the city. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Your Honor. New business. Mr. Weldon.
Thank you, Your Honor. If it pleases Common Council, we have first an interlocal agreement between the City of Lawrenceburg and the township, and this is an agreement, again, to provide fire protection services, so it would involve the fire department. Of course, Chief Tremaine is here and is able to answer any questions. This is a one-year agreement that we have done every year over the last 4 years with the township. And if you look at the second page, it breaks down the payment to us from the township. in the amount of $26,000 for the year and two $13,000 payments.
Any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion, we approve this.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Weldon, Morris Hill interlocal agreement?
Thank you, Your Honor. You have in your packets an interlocal agreement that we would ask for consideration and approval tonight. This is an interlocal agreement between the City of Lawrenceburg and Morris Hill. This is substantially the same as the agreements we currently have with the towns of Dillsboro and West Harrison, where we provide access to our city court and administration of a courtroom to adjudicate code violations and other things that are necessary to building department and code enforcement. Judge Johns spearheaded that program when Judge Johns took office. It was one of his priorities to expand city court, expand our capabilities through building department and code enforcement to make our town safer and more beautiful. He's done a great job and gotten the attention, obviously, of these other communities that don't have the access to the court that we do. And so this interlocal agreement would allow them to use our facilities, and of course, we'd be reimbursed for that. And Judge Johns is here to answer any questions you have.
Any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Old business. Mr. Richardson, encumbrance for 2020.
This was in your packets. We'll pass out this encumbrance sheet for you all. I'll pass that down to Tony.
Thank you, sir.
This will encumber $840,000 for redevelopment funding agreement. Anchor Lawrenceburg LLC will encumber $92,350 redevelopment funding agreement for Scott and Susan McLean. John L. Maxwell activity pool and splash pad improvement, $163,714.42. Another one for John L. Maxwell for activity pool and splash pad improvement, $550,000. And the Flaherty and Collins Development Agreement, or FNC Development, Inc., multifamily apartment building complex in the amount of $15 million. Total encumbrances for 2020 will be $16,646,064.42.
Any questions? Need a motion to encumber this, Rich?
We will go ahead and take a motion to encumber.
Yeah. Is there a motion to approve the encumbrance request?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Any other old business? Comments from the audience? You had a chance to approve the bills, or look at the bills so we can approve them.
Motion to approve claims.
Moved, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make one little comment.
Sure, go ahead.
Unlike Mooch and Donnie, I won't be retiring, I lost. But I just wanna tell the city, I have enjoyed this. This has been a highlight in my life. It's just something I've really enjoyed. Wish y'all luck, wish the best for the city. And I just wanted to say that, 'cause it's been a real honor sitting up here. So wish everybody luck that's gonna do it. And everybody over there, keep doing projects. You know I like projects. Keep them going. So that's all I got.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Just want to remind the new council people that it is an honor and a great privilege to sit in these seats and serve your customers or your constituents, whatever you want to call them. But hopefully you enjoy it as much as I have, and hopefully you'll do a better job than I did. I tried to do my best, but you can always do better. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mel.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Something ain't right. You know What'd you say? Yeah, bet. Thank you. No problem, sir. Well, here, I was tempted to vote no against the. We gotta get people paid.
Thank you, my friend.
I wasn't make you nervous.
See Brian, but I'll be around.
End of the year, 31st.
Gotta get you a little money there, Brian. Gotta get you a little money going there.
I'll be around, Don.
I'll see you. You know where I'm at. Here, Ricky. Thanks, buddy.
31 years. I'd always appreciate it.
No, I'm amazing. Thank you.
Whenever you can, because I don't really need it.
Calm down.
I really do. Thank you.
Okay. Fit in this spot rather well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're doing well.
Be good.